XCOM booth.
That's a good place to start, Zenny. That's the XCOM, and I'm intrigued.
It's on the 6th level, and I think the only way up there is elevator.
We're gonna go see that after we record.
Yeah.
Tell everybody your name. What is up, everybody? Squiddish here, and that League of Legends room. Like, seriously? That League of Legends room. It's like fucking NFL coverage in there. It's ridiculous. They got two of the biggest, fanciest cameras I've seen this side of Hollywood, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense considering we directly live in California. And also like a giant boom arm camera, and there's 7 screens. Oh my god, it's madness. It's like it's like sitting in there watching gameplays like a League of Legends rock concert. Like, it's nuts. But this is my day 1 PAX summary, and I'm hoping the videos I've been putting up are going to be enough for you guys, supplemented with these ones. If you can hear gentle snoring in the background, it's my roommate. He's unconscious over there, and I apologize for having to do this right now, but this kind of needs to be done. As you can see, this is my hotel room. This is where I'm going to sit, and we're going to talk about the events of the day at the end of the day. Because I don't have the internet connection to download stock footage of the games I want to talk about. I wanted to cover, okay, for example, Titanfall. Stood in line for an hour and a half to play Titanfall. Played a multiplayer match. It was awesome. I can't record it because it's still in really early beta and it's under NDA. And I would love to have stood by the Titanfall area and recorded, but PAX is so damn loud. I'm sure you probably picked up from the earlier parts of the video. I figured it'd be better to just come back to my hotel room and talk to you guys about it. So, let's cover day 1. Met a bunch of people, basically everyone Smite related, all the high-res guys, a bunch of fans. It was totally awesome. Super hyped for the next 3 days. But, you don't care. You're here for game coverage. I'm going to give it to you. There's 2 major games I played today. 2 big-name releases that are on the horizon that were under NDA that I couldn't record. And that was, of course, Titanfall, as I just talked about, coming out for Xbox One early next year, and the Elder Scrolls Online beta. Now, let's start with Titanfall. Let's talk about that beast for a little bit. Titanfall, for those of you that don't know, is a first-person shooter from Respawn Entertainment. It's their debut game, headed up by one of the big guys from the Call of Duty Modern Warfare franchise, and it's awesome, honestly. It's totally awesome. I mean, you got one of the main devs from Call of Duty, so the gunplay is super solid, but take your standard first-person shooter formula, kind of Call of Duty style, add in obviously giant mech robots that everybody has the ability to call in every couple minutes. You don't have to earn them like kill streaks or anything. They're just an integral part of the gameplay. It's just something everyone gets. And it's awesome. It's like I said, it's on a timer. It's not something you earn. As far as I can tell, there's nothing kill streak other than just extra points. And then add in that when you're not in a mech, you are an advanced super soldier that can like run up walls and double jump and shit. And it's madness. I mean, all the tactics you know from your standard first-person shooters are gonna carry over a little bit as far as first-person shooters go, but positioning and all that out the fucking window. Like, this is a totally different experience. I spent the first couple minutes running around as a dude with a shotgun, blasting fools, going ham, and the second couple minutes with an assault rifle and focusing more on being in a Titan. It's really awesome. These Titans are incredibly powerful, and you can do a lot of work with them, but they're not overbearing. The comparison I can think of is like a tank in Battlefield. Very strong, but counterable without your own tank. I'd even say a tank in Battlefield is a lot worse. It's a lot easier to take down the Titan than it is a tank in Battlefield. Mostly because every character in Titanfall has a primary weapon, a secondary weapon, and an anti-Titan weapon. So, I mean, you got some sort of rocket launcher or something on every single one of these dudes. And it's awesome. You can 1v1 a Titan if you're careful. You've got to be tactical about it. I mean, the map in the demo is a city. Titans are kind of stuck out walking the streets. If you try and walk in the middle of the road, hasta la vista, motherfucker, he's going to blow you to shit, and you're going to hate everything about your life, and you're not going to even hurt him. But if you stick in the buildings, use your mobility to get around the walls, get an angle on him, get him on a rooftop, you can take him down. In fact, if you manage to jump down on top of a Titan, you will automatically grab onto them. It's called a rodeo. And you'll rip off the hull and then pull up your gun. And you'll just be there riding the Titan, and your entire screen will just be this big-ass power core. And you just boom, 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 boom in this power core until it blows up. And then you'll hop off the destroyed Titan. And it's glorious. It's absolutely awesome. I had a lot of fun with that game. And it was something that was on my radar as potentially cool. But now that's in the super hype department. I mean, that is going to get the Squiddish thumbs up there on Titanfall. Absolutely amazing playable demo. I mean, there's a lot to say about it. The mobility's crazy. The mode they had us play is kind of, they said, a blend of campaign and multiplayer. Each team has a bunch of bots with them. That sounds gay. I know, it does. But it's not. So it's like you're playing a single-player mission. There's all these entrenched AI dudes. You're just mowing them down, but then every now and then there's just people with them. And there's Titans, and you have objectives. And when the mission ends, like at the end of the battle, it's just a race to 4,000 points. It's not just over. The winners are tasked with eliminating the remaining enemy team members, and the losers have an evacuation point, a dropship that'll come in that they have to try and fall back to and escape on the dropship. Like, it's awesome. It's totally awesome. If Titanfall's not on your radar, it should be. Definitely something worth looking forward to. Second big game I played, Elder Scrolls Online Beta. Admittedly, before I get into this, it's an MMO. MMOs are about progression. MMOs are 80% endgame. A 20-minute demo of an MMO, starting with a new character, is not going to tell you a great amount about the game. But, be that as it may, I played 20 minutes of the game with a new character, and I'm not super impressed. I mean, it had some cool stuff going for it. It's not World of Warcraft style. You don't target an enemy and click your little skills and shoot your heat-seeky laser fireballs. No, you have to aim everything. You fight just like in Skyrim or Oblivion. Left-click swings your sword, right-click brings up your shield to block if you have one. It's very Elder Scrolls combat. All of your abilities either are directly... I played a Nightblade. I got to play one class, so I have no idea how magic works. All of your abilities as a Nightblade hit either right in front of you or straight forward, or there are some that are targeted, but you still have to actually, like, you have to aim the spell. I'm pretty sure if you don't click on an enemy, you can miss it. You'll just shoot it past them. But that's cool. That's an improvement. It's more engaging. The combat's a lot focused on mobility. The way they were explaining it, they have intelligent AI. They have given us a wolf example, and I saw it, and it's actually pretty cool. This happens. You find a wolf in the forest. Wolves are the lamest enemy since mud crabs. The one thing they do is they'll try to get behind you, because wolves have a passive that, I don't know if this is just something that's in the game or something that's wolf specific, but they do more damage from behind. So they'll try and actually get behind you. They won't just stand there like most MMO enemies. You fight two wolves. Now this is interesting, because now you suddenly have two wolves that are circling you, trying to get behind you to do extra damage. Now that's an interesting engagement. You have three wolves. This is not a World of Warcraft, can I take statistically 3 wolves? This is a skill-based, can I handle the positioning of 3 wolves and trying to make sure none of them circle around behind me for all these free hits. Not to mention, you and enemies can all perform power attacks, and even in this very first area of the game, even the wolves, they'll do power attacks. And if you block these power attacks, you'll stagger them back and have the opportunity to counterattack with your own, riposte type thing. It's... Like I said, there's a lot of cool ideas, but at the end of the day, they were all really cool ideas for an MMO that still seemed pretty vanilla-y. I mean, again, it's the first 20 minutes of an MMO. Nothing that super exciting is going to happen in kindergartner's playland in the beginning of an MMO that's meant for people who've never played MMOs before because it's a demo at PAX. But there was nothing that really jumped out at me as like, oh, this is going to be awesome. It's going to be cool. Fully voice-acted conversations with NPCs, similar to Skyrim-style conversations. You pick from your selection of options. There's dialogue to be had, which is cool. And the quest variety is nuts. So like I said, I played for 20 minutes in the starter zone. I got to level 3. I think I had 8 or 9 different, totally separate quests in all different areas around the starting zone by the time I was done. I mean, they're just quests. Just quests everywhere. So it's very much less linear than your average MMO. So you can branch out, you can find shit to do everywhere and just do your own thing. I was not doing the same quest the guy next to me was doing, or the guy next to him, but we were all in the same starting zone. I was disguised as a bandit sneaking around their camp trying to find evidence of what the hell they were doing down there. And the guy next to me was using a magical crystal rod, to turn some bitch's friends into not skeevers because they were skeevers. Another guy was trying to find some lady's dog. I mean, we're all in the same starting zone. I was on most of those quests, but I wasn't doing them because I had a bazillion other things to do, and the way they were leveling me, half my quests went low level. So you can't do them all. They don't give you linear progression. They give you a ton of shit to do and say, go do what sounds fun. Enjoy yourself. That said, the one skirmish I did get into with 3 bandits that were my level was a lot of fun. I felt like it was very skill-based. Since there's no targeting or anything, everything's very active. You can double-tap a movement button to roll, as well as blocking. And when enemies are firing AoEs at you, a glowing red targeter appears on the ground. So there was a bandit archer who would shoot some sort of cone shot that would show a red cone on the ground as he was prepping to fire it. And he had like an arrow volley a la Artemis in Smite that would put a red circle on the ground where the arrows were falling down. So you see this red cone come up, you immediately just dodge roll the side out of it, and he misses, and you continue beating the crap out of him while the two-hander guy behind me tries to start a power attack and whip around and block him, and he gets staggered and riposted. I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong, it's cool. But, and maybe it's just my own expectations, because I want Elder Scrolls to be what I wanted the Old Republic to be. But just nothing hit me as like, this is amazing. Nothing had that wow factor. I mean, Grant, telling this story, this sounds like the ballerest MMO ever. And I'm still convinced Elder Scrolls Online will be, because I mean, this is still an early build, and it's level frickin' 1 to 3 gameplay. So, as much as I'm apologizing and making excuses, don't think I didn't like the game. I am still totally hyped for Elder Scrolls, and I will be all over its nutsack when it comes out. It's just, I don't know. I wanted more WoW. I guess you can only get so much WoW out of a level 3. But it's all right. Other than that, we got 3 days of PAX left to go. We have a lot of shit that still needs doing, a lot of demos to be played and recorded and justice and whatever. So I will see you guys again tomorrow. And I don't really have a pre-planned outro for this video, so peace.